Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I know it's been a long time. It's been a really long time since I last put out a video, but life has been hectic. Life has been so hectic. And I know everyone's life is hectic, but life has been hectic. But anyway, all that aside, I'm here to talk about something that's a little bit more serious, I guess, and more personal to me. So, a couple weeks ago was World Sickle Cell Day, and my attention was drawn to an interview that was done on a channel in Nigeria, in which a man who says he's a professor of genetics made some comments which didn't really sit well with me. Here's what he said.
Does a parent invest in managing a sickle cell child?
Investing in sickle cell child is like loading your money. You load your money into a sachet, and you're on a moving car, and you throw it away through the window.
Is it that there's no way?
Wait. Let's get it clear. Sickle cell disease is a genetic disorder. I'm a professor of genetics. And we know right from time, even till tomorrow, that genetic disorders are not reversible.
Can you just believe that in this day and age, someone is actually saying that? Like, someone who is meant to be an authority figure in genetics is saying that? I find it ridiculous. And the exact reason why I find it so ridiculous is because I live with sickle cell disease. I've been living with this medical condition for over 30 years, and I've been able to manage myself well. So to think that someone would have told my dad or my mom or my siblings that investing in me is a complete waste of their money, that's laughable. Anyway, I find it laughable, but to be honest, when I started thinking about it some more, it really is not laughable. Because just because I have gotten to the point where I'm confident in myself, I'm confident in my medical condition and being able to manage it, doesn't mean that the next person has gotten to the point where they're confident in themselves. The next person living with sickle cell disease is what I'm trying to say. Because I know that if this was me from 10, 15 years ago, hearing this, that would have really messed with me. It would have messed with my psyche. And I'm so grateful today that my parents didn't hear, maybe they heard from someone like that, but they didn't subscribe to this. My siblings never subscribed to this. The people around me that I know of never subscribed to that thought, that school of thought, pretty much. And so it's really sad that someone is saying things like that. And especially because, like I said earlier, it's someone who is meant to be an authority figure and saying it on Nigerian TV. Please, let's be very conscious of what we say about people and, you know, how it affects them. Now, I also find it more ridiculous because the oldest person who lives with sickle cell is a woman who lives in the same Nigeria that this man is talking out of. You know, so it's like, why would you say that when the oldest person, she's probably in her 80s or 90s, and she's living with sickle cell successfully, and she's the mother of like 5 or 6 children. You know, people actually get to live with this disease for a long time, and they manage it. So anyway, thank God for advances in medical sciences, because now sickle cell disease can actually be reversed, right, with bone marrow transplant procedures. I'm not an expert, I don't know the details about that, but sickle cell disease can be reversed completely for some individuals. But then and I know that it's still a new-ish science, and so it's not really affordable for everyone. And so since not everyone has access to it, people like me who live with the disease itself were able to manage ourselves. Thank God because of medical sciences and how far it has been able to come and tell us what it is that we need to do to manage ourselves to be able to live an average life, or a good life, really, because I feel like I'm living a good life. So here are the 4 things that I do to manage my sickle cell disease. And so as I'm sharing these with you, I want to give you a huge disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not trained in medical sciences. I'm not even in the medical field at all. None of that. I'm just sharing my experiences as someone who has lived with this condition all my life. And I'm able to manage it to the point where I'm living a good life, an okay life, you know. So here are the 4 things that I do. first thing, and this is very, very important, I stay hydrated. Like my doctor and my parents put this into my skull from the moment I learned that I have sickle cell disease, is that I need to stay hydrated. Right now I shoot for about 100 fluid ounces a day. I shoot for that. That doesn't mean that I actually get there, but I know that I try to get that much. So 100 fluid ounces, that's about 3 liters. And how I do this is I have a 24-ounce bottle that I pretty much carry around with me, and I try to drink 3 of that before the end of my work day. So by 4 o'clock, 4:30, I try to make sure that I've had at least 3 of those into my system, because then after that I know that at the end of the day I'm pretty sure I'm going to drink at least 2 glasses of water between dinner and whatever it is that I do in the evening, right? Number 2 is I take my medications religiously. Like, I don't joke around with my medications. And what I take, well, I know that the basic ones are folic acid. I've taken folic acid ever since, forever. Like, ever since I've known about the disease, I've been taking folic acid. I've also been taking B complex, and I know that those are the 2 basic ones, folic acid and B complex. And when I was still living in Nigeria, because of mosquitoes there, I was also taking paludrin every day, and that's just a prophylactic to prevent, you know, having malaria, which is very, very, very common. So number 2 is I don't mess around with my medications. I take them religiously. And the third thing I also do is I maintain a very healthy diet and lifestyle. So when I say healthy diet and lifestyle, it doesn't mean that I'm always like team fit farm, always eating healthy. No, it just means that I try to incorporate as much healthy food into my diet as possible. I try to eat lots of vegetables. I make sure I eat lots of fruits every single day. And so for the lifestyle part, you know, I just try to stay active. I don't overdo it with like exercising and working out and all that. No, I just do a whole bunch of low impact exercises just to keep my body, you know, going as well as possible. Make it as good an old machine as possible. It's not going to be the best. My body can do as much as I would want it to do, but I make sure to keep it going. And then also in maintaining a healthy lifestyle, you also have to keep in mind that you already have, well, I keep in mind that I already have a compromised immune system, a compromised body, a compromised immune system with sickle cell disease. And so I try to avoid things that would get me sick. I try to, if I can avoid visiting or interacting with people who are sick so that I don't get sick as well, I do that, you know, just to keep myself as healthy as possible. So that's the third thing. And then the final thing that I do, what's the final thing I do? Oh, and the final thing that I do is that I listen to my body. And this is just common sense. I listen to my body. I don't, like I said, when I work out, I don't push myself to the point where I'm unable to, I get sick. Like if you push yourself past its, if I push my body past its limits, my body will let me know the next day. It will let me know within the next hour, Seth. You know, so listen to your body. And this is just common sense for anyone. You don't have to live with a medical condition to know that you have to listen to your body. So those are the 4 things that I do pretty much to maintain to be able to live an average life with sickle cell disease, right? And that's pretty much all I have for you today. And I wanted to start a conversation on this topic. Like I said, I'm not a medical expert, but hopefully sometime in the future we can have a medical expert on here talking about sickle cell disease. But I would really want us to start a conversation. So leave comments below, questions, you know, anything down below. Let's just have a dialogue about sickle cell disease and how to make life better, or to encourage each other if you're living with this, if you're a sickle cell warrior, right? Yeah, so that is pretty much it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do that. Change from being a viewer to being a subscriber, because, you know, it's free and it lets me know that you like my channel as well. So anyway, before I head out, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're a sickle cell warrior out there, don't forget to one, stay hydrated, take your meds, live a healthy lifestyle, and listen to your body. I will catch you in my next video. Bye.